'Cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
When we first met in Nandi last year, 13th to the 15th of September, for the first Pacific Regional Workshop on Multi-Hazard Risk Assessment and Early Warning Systems by using space and GIS applications, I couldn't be more excited. That's because I am a field worker who's supposed to explain policies in simple terms to primary school kids, high school students, teachers, parents, and community members, both young, old, and in between. When you try to explain where Tonga is and just how large we are in the ocean, people just look at you and think, yeah, right. You're not even a dot on the map. We can't even see you. Hello. Let me overlay my kingdom for you to see. There. That's how large my kingdom is. Can we talk distance now? Yep. I learnt this while I was here. Whoop whoop. According to the World Risk Index of the World Risk Report in 2015, Vanuatu ranked the highest risk nation in the world. The index evaluates the exposure to natural hazards faced by 171 countries and assesses the inherent vulnerability in the countries towards suffering from impacts when faced by these hazards. Tonga and the Philippines were second and third, the Philippines jumping a place because of Typhoon Haiyan. Again in 2016, the same results came out. The Solomons was ranked 5th in 2015 and 6th in 2016. Those are the top 3 Pacific Island nations who are ranked at the top 10 of the most vulnerable countries in the World Risk Report. So there you have your top 3 to pilot. Thank you, Anna. Oh no, that's no problem at all. So back to our regional meeting in Fiji and the conclusions and recommendations that were reached. Firstly, the critical role of technology in today's early warning system and the contribution of GIS to strengthening those existing systems. We have data from the sensors that we can do a lot with. Take, for example, household baseline data that we can turn into lively maps to map out how many households have access to running water and electricity, how many households still have toilets, and yes, many more are still out there openly defecating. We need to stop open defecation. People, it's the 21st century, but if you're on an island with no underground water source and you can only harvest 3 months of rainfall to last you the rest of the 9, seriously, are you going to waste by literally flushing it? That's 20 litres of clean water being flushed when the average adult needs a minimum of 20 litres a day according to WHO. So, anyway, where were we? Data. Yes, we have data. Some good, some bad, some ugly, but we have data and we know where to get it from open sources online, both reliable, sometimes unreliable, but that's why we are the experts. We can filter what we find. And that is something we also found out this week. Secondly, there are gaps and needs for access to quality data for effective early warning systems. Quality and quantity are both lacking in our region. We have lots of data, some we can decipher, some might as well be the work of a madman. We all know where the quality data exists. SPC houses a lot. But where's the raw data? They will most likely say they gave it to us or someone who was working at one point in time in some office, on some desk. We can't dig it up, let alone locate it. So, find it or start collecting. Build our own data. Our grandchildren will thank us. Third is the need for capacity building programs on implementing, operating multi-hazard early warning systems and geoportals, some of which have been built and others waiting in limbo. And then there are those with none, like Tonga. Hint hint, second most vulnerable country and the most underdeveloped in early warning systems. Help us! Help us! That's why we are here, and we've been here for 4 whole weeks without a nervous breakdown from the GeoNode setup. Just kidding. I had a mini stroke, but I'm taking retail therapy for that. Seriously, it just hasn't been all fun and games and playing tourist these past weeks. They've been really grueling and cruel. Oh, life. Fourth was, of course, reinforcing regional cooperation for sharing knowledge, experience, and technologies in operating multi-hazard early warning systems for disaster risk management. We don't have high-resolution images, nor the technology to quickly put together a situational analysis when something happens or before it happens. We need a drone that can map out disaster-hit areas, that can do it in 3D, so that we're not just looking at aerial photographs from a flyover, but drone pictures to know that what still stands and what doesn't. And a clear example of this was when the tsunami hit the Northern Islands in 2009. Aerial footage showed damaged houses, so damaged houses were marked from aerial photos. And the first load of tarps and aid went in by ship, which takes 4 days. And when it got there were more damaged houses than anticipated, and tents weren't enough because while the roof was still standing, the house had no walls. So on this training, I learned to fly a drone and give it a flight path, taking videos that will be transferred to produce a map 3D view of the infrastructure on the ground and not just a 2D map. Thank you, Sazanka, and thanks for not trusting us with the drone. Fifth was the need for group training, targeting Pacific Island countries with tailored assistance, and pilot projects on building and operating customized early warning systems and geoportal geodatabases for risk management. Thank you, Ramesh, for your patience, and I know that you have seen me sleeping in class, but bombarding you with questions right at the end of the course because you think I wasn't paying attention. Well, I did tell you guys I wasn't an IT expert, and that's why I dropped out of my IT major in programming. But I do know how to build a geoportal using a GeoNode and building a geodatabase with an Ubuntu run server. I have proof here to show it, and I even tailored our page. Look at that. Fiji copied us, but that's okay. We are used to them pirating because of their colonial nature. 6 was understanding the ongoing potential contribution of space and GIS technology to global development agendas like SDGs, climate change action, Sendai Framework, and SIDS Samoa Pathway. We have, from the ground up at home, worked by integrating disaster risk reduction into the community development plan. I want to show our Prime Minister why it is important that work from the ground done by communities for their own development is not just about community development. I want our ministers to realize that working together as one entity and not just an individual ministry for the betterment of our nation. That development of one community mirrors their vulnerable status. That being able to have enough water supply to last more than 6 months of drought and dry season means that there is enough water for parents and children, crops and livestock. That being able to feed your child and tend to their financial needs is not something that can only be achieved within the metropolitan and urban areas. That parents of those in the outermost rural islands can rise up as smallholder farmers and say, we can feed ourselves and we can feed the nation. That sustainable development and disaster risk reduction are not separate. They go hand in hand. That working together at high-level decision-making is based on community-level goals. Lastly, continuous collaboration between UNESCAP and Pacific Organization for practical implementation of project activities based on innovative technology applications in the Pacific. That was our draft National Action Plan on Geospatial Information for disaster risk reduction and sustainable development goals. That still in draft, but hopefully will become a plan, and within the next 5 years, Tonga will be able to get all the data that we need to build a geoportal and house a national geodatabase that is open for sharing with other organizations and within the region. That all the information that we hold becomes useful tools for protecting our very own. I would like to thank Dr. Kim, Professor Lau, Ramesh, and your never-ending patience for me, the team here at AIT, Lakmal, Kavinda, Sasanka, Olchi-san, Khalid, Kunlek for always keeping the morning and afternoon tea well stocked. Most of all, to my honorary Tongan assistant, me. I hope you graduate with honors for all the help that you have given me. Sometimes you left and I pressed the wrong button and ended up with a new configuration that even Ramesh can't figure out. Thank you to my Pacific colleagues, our expert Timothy. Please invite us to Rarotonga. We have gained new friends and forged new partners here, and I hope we will keep each other informed on how far our geoportals and databases are coming. Thank you, UNESCAP and the Government of Japan and AIT.